The sound came first, a dull thump followed by a cry that didn't belong in the rain. Billy Carson sprinted barefoot into the storm. Headlights vanished down the road. Under the flickering streetlight lay his daughter's cat, Luna, trembling, blood mixing with the rain. Her leg was twisted wrong. Her chest rose in small, broken gasps. His 12-year-old daughter Sarah was screaming behind him. "Dad, please, do something." Billy's hand shook. The emergency vet was 40 minutes away. His car was dead in the driveway. His wife was out of town. He looked up, helpless. And that's when he heard it. A low, rolling rumble under the storm. A Harley. The bike slowed beside them, cutting its engine. A tall man stepped off, soaked in rain, boots heavy on the asphalt. Leather vest, chain belt, tattoos crawling up his neck. Everyone in Ironwood, Michigan knew that man, Harlan Grim Cole. They called him the Devil of Ironwood, a name whispered in diners and church halls. Parents warned their kids, stay away from him. Store owners followed him down every aisle. Mothers physically moved their children when his bike rumbled past. But that night, the devil didn't say a word. He knelt in the mud beside Billy, studying the dying cat. When he spoke, his voice was calm, deep, nothing like the monster they'd imagined. She's in shock, spinal trauma, possible internal bleeding. He pulled a thermal blanket from his saddlebag, wrapped Luna like fragile glass. The Ridgeview vet's still open. We leave now, or she doesn't make it. I don't have a way. You do now. Grim looked at Sarah. What's her name? Luna, Sarah whispered through tears. Luna's tough. I can see it. But she needs us right now. He showed Billy exactly how to hold her. Support her spine. Keep her head steady. She moves wrong, it's over. Then he looked Billy dead in the eyes. Grab your jacket. Both of you. You're riding with me. Through the storm, Grim rode like the wind obeyed him. Billy clutched Luna in one arm and Grim's vest with the other. Sarah held tight behind them. No jerks, no panic. Just steady speed. Slicing through the rain-dark backroads of Michigan like he was racing death itself. They made it in 23 minutes. Grim carried Luna inside himself. A vet tech looked up, startled by this massive tattooed biker holding a dying cat like it was made of glass. Cat versus vehicle. 8 minutes ago. Suspected spinal fracture, internal hemorrhaging, stage 2 shock. Grim rattled off like he was reading from a chart. She needs imaging and surgery immediately. The tech's eyes went wide. Are you a veterinarian? Grim's jaw tightened. Used to be. Work fast, they waited 3 hours. Grim never moved. Never complained. When Sarah fell asleep against Billy's shoulder, Grim quietly draped his leather jacket over her. Luna survived. 2 surgeries, screws and pins, but she made it. When Billy tried to thank him, Grim just tore a scrap of paper from a gas receipt and handed it over. Call me when you know she's home safe. Then he walked out into the rain and disappeared into the dark. 3 weeks later, Luna slipped through a window and vanished. Billy searched for days, calling her name until his voice broke. Posted flyers everywhere, nothing. Then his phone rang. Carson, it's Harlan. I've got your cat. She's safe. Come by. He gave an address on an old property just outside Ironwood. Everyone thought it was abandoned. When Billy arrived, Grim was waiting outside a massive red barn. She showed up last night, he said. Recognized her from the leg. Come on. Billy followed him inside and stopped cold. The barn wasn't empty. It was alive. Soft lights hung from the rafters. Blankets and baskets lined the walls. Cat trees reached toward the ceiling and everywhere. Cats. Dozens of them sleeping in hammocks, playing in boxes, eating from shiny metal bowls. Luna was perched proudly on a cat tree like she'd always belonged. Billy whispered, What is this place? Grim shifted awkwardly. A sanctuary, for the ones nobody wants. He pointed toward organized sections, medical area, quarantine zone, feeding stations. Sick ones go there. New arrivals stay separate. Vet comes twice a month. I keep records on all of them. How many? Billy asked. Saved and rehomed? 412. Currently have 68 on site. Billy stared. You built all this alone? Found one stray behind the gas station 3 years ago. Then 2 more, then 5. People dump them out here thinking no one will care. Grim's voice hardened. So I do. Why hide it? Grim gave a bitter laugh. You seen how this town looks at me? Cops came out 11 times asking if I was running a fighting ring. Animal control keeps randomly inspecting, hoping to shut me down. It's easier this way. Cats don't care what I look like. Billy looked around, awed. This is incredible. Can I help? Grim stared at him for a long second, then smiled barely. Feeding takes time. Cleaning takes more. You serious? Completely, Billy said. At first it was just Billy and Sarah, then Billy's wife, then her friend, then a vet tech who heard through word of mouth. One by one, people who'd once feared Grim started showing up to help him. They brought food, blankets, donations, built shelves, fixed the barn roof. When the local paper found out, the headline read, "The biker who saved Ironwood's forgotten animals." Suddenly, the town that once crossed the street to avoid him was showing up with casseroles and cash. The diner that refused to serve him now offered free coffee. Even the church ladies organized a bake sale and raised $2,000. The mayor himself delivered a community hero certificate. Grim accepted and reluctantly, red-faced, muttering something about cats being the real heroes. One evening, after everyone had gone, Billy found Grim sitting alone with a calico curled on his leg. You ever gonna tell folks why you're so good at this? Billy asked. Grim was quiet for a long time. Used to be a military veterinarian. Worked with bomb detection cats in classified operations. 3 tours overseas. He paused, his voice dropping. Had a cat. Bengal named Ranger. Saved my entire unit by detecting an explosive device. Died in the blast. Saved 19 men. Billy stayed silent. Came home with PTSD. Lost my civilian practice because I couldn't function. Lost my wife who couldn't handle the nightmares. Lost everything. Grim rubbed his thumb gently over the calico's fur. Ended up homeless in Memphis. Living under a bridge. Ready to give up completely, his voice cracked. Then a stray showed up. Pregnant, starving, wouldn't leave me alone. That cat saved my life. Gave me a reason to wake up. He looked up at Billy. These cats saved me before I ever saved them. Billy nodded quietly. Then I guess you're paying it forward. Grim gave a small, tired smile. Trying to. 6 months later, the sanctuary held 87 cats. One afternoon, a boy around 10 showed up clutching a cardboard box to his chest. Inside were 3 shaking kittens. My dad told me to dump them at the park, the kid said through tears. But I couldn't. Can you help them? Grim knelt down till they were eye level. His voice softened. You already did, kid. You stopped. These kittens are safe now. You saved their lives. The boy threw his arms around Grim's neck, sobbing. Thank you. For being nice. Billy watched, realizing the town's rumor had finally died for good. People didn't see the devil anymore. They saw a man who'd turned pain into purpose. Now, every dawn, that same Harley engine rumbles down the forest roads of Ironwood. And instead of locking their doors, people smile. Harlan Grim Cole still wears his leather vest, still rides like thunder, still looks like trouble from a distance. But every morning, he kneels in the hay, whispering to the smallest lives that trust him completely. The roughest hands sometimes hold the gentlest hearts. And the man once called Devil? He's the reason Ironwood believes in angels again, real. Strength isn't in fists or fear. It's in protecting what's fragile. Sometimes, the most feared man in town is the one saving everything worth loving.
If this story touched you, hit that like button to help more people see it. Tell me where you're watching from in the comments.
Subscribe for more real stories about compassion, courage, and the kind of heroes the world needs. Because somewhere out there, another devil is doing something good in silence, and stories like his deserve to be heard.